So I'm going to talk to you about accountability from the viewpoint of leadership in our generation. I know we have some athletes in the building, and if not athletes, at least some fans of sports, yes? Where's J-Mac? He's a crazy good golfer. If you haven't got to meet him this week, he is number 2 in the state of Alabama. Yeah. But if he didn't follow through with repetition and practice and consistency, he wouldn't be as great as he is. In sports and in school, it's easy to stay accountable because the consequences of not are pretty close to immediate. If you bail on practice, your coach might bench you for your next game. If you slack off in your studies, you're going to get an F, or you're going to get a lower grade than you could have earned. But once you leave school, whether it's just for the day or you've graduated, you're not always going to have coaches and teachers around you or people to hold you accountable unless you decide to put them in your life. We tend to judge ourselves based on our intentions. Like, oh, I was going to read for 20 minutes today, but my eyes really burn, so I can't. I have allergies. It's not my fault. And it's easy to make excuses and justify our behaviors because we know how good our intentions are. But the world and life will not always judge us on our intentions. In fact, it will always judge us on our actions and our results. Accountability, whether it's being accountable to yourself through the form of written goals or finding a mentor who has reached a point of success that you would like to one day reach, will help you stay on track and get what you want out of life. I have to be honest with you guys. I'm pretty sick and tired of this generation of people who are complacent with their life, that they're not willing to experience the discomfort of being corrected by a mentor, accepting the consequences of not following through with goals or standards that they've set for themselves. Actually, I just have to tell you a quick story of someone that I went to school with and was actually a pretty close friend of mine at one point. He was an amazing basketball player. Like, the boy had game like LeBron, I'm just saying. And he was just so good, and everyone saw his potential, including him. He wanted to be in the NBA one day, and he could have been. I honestly believe that. But he didn't put any mentors in his life, and it's sad because he didn't have a great home life either. And he chose to deal and sell drugs and use drugs. And after he graduated, he was put in jail because he was caught for doing that. And he could have had a brighter story if he had just put the right people around him and held himself accountable for his standards of living. And Romans 14:12 says, "And so each of us must give an account to God for what we do." And I don't want to step on anyone's toes in terms of what you believe in your faith, but for me, I don't want to get to the end of my life and